Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be talking about someone who I've never heard of, which is wonderful. Always feels great to talk about someone who I've just never heard of and look at something that they've done. Because it's on Dexerto and it's under the entertainment category. And the title is TikTok star Willy Wonka responds to outrage over messed up video. And this is something that I think is funny because TikTok is growing a ton, and I'm surprised, even after we've classified it as a form of invasive spyware or a PUP, depending on how you see it. Willy Wonka, a huge TikTok star with 14 million followers on the app, has responded to accusations of racism after uploading a video that many argued amounted to an offensive stereotype of Hispanic people. He received backlash across TikTok on Twitter after he uploaded a video making light of Spanish culture before deleting it with seemingly no further comment. Now, the video was a response to the question of whether he speaks Spanish, and it depicted him eating salsa and nachos while traditional Spanish music played in the background. The video in turn received a lot of backlash from fans, with users on TikTok expressing their disappointment. And in fact, one user said that they, quote, weren't going to forget about this one, end quote, whilst another despaired that they were, quote, rooting for, end quote, Wonka before the video came out. Everyone's going to make a mistake. That's what's interesting, right? And that's something that people have to understand. But, like, I think that he didn't see this one coming, right? I just don't think that he saw this happening. Like, I think maybe what he thought was, okay, I'm just going to, make this video. It'll be funny. I'm going to eat salsa, have some music playing in the background, say, see. But the issue is he just didn't see the group of people that are going to be offended. And at his size, there's always going to be a group of people that are going to take things the wrong way, whether because they honestly just don't think that it's right, and either they're mistaken or they're correct in their opinion, because everyone has an opinion. But also, sometimes people just play devil's advocate to play devil's advocate. They just say, I'm offended by this. But you want to cordon off to a minority the people that are offended. And unfortunately, it's not very easy. But you have to have some foresight into what you're posting, especially on these platforms like TikTok and Instagram, where it's like short form video or just text, like Twitter too. You just gotta think. Because like on YouTube, I have a good couple of hours in video production before the video even gets onto YouTube's uploading page. So I have time to polish and meticulously edit everything out that I don't want to have in the final polished, complete product. And unfortunately, it's not the same for these other social medias where you just post. They demand so much that it becomes a bit of, a hindsight game. In hindsight, I shouldn't have posted that because maybe people wouldn't have received that well. While users on Twitter moved to defend Wonka, with several claiming that he was, quote, just having fun, another explained that the reason he was experiencing backlash wasn't for speaking the language, but for the way he employed Spanish stereotypes into the video. And I think this is a rather obvious point that this person is making. Hey, if I were to, say, je parle un peu français, no one's going to be mad at me for saying that because I do speak a tiny bit of French. It's, it's a pastime, as it were. Not very much of one, but it's fun. But no one's going to get mad at me for that. But if I were to say, oui, oui, baguette, then maybe people, would. Because, I'm employing the stereotypes. And I just don't know if he realized that or not. It's hard to tell in this case, right? And I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. So I would say maybe, he probably didn't think that, young, just probably thought, let's respond to this one. And of course, everyone's going to slip up. Everyone's going to have that oopsie doopsie in their social media career. Everyone's going to have that time. So, anyways, let's watch this video now and see what actually happened. Here we go.
Hola, soy Willy Wonka. Huh? See?
What color is the sky? Ay, mi amor,
It's very short because it's a TikTok, but it still has everything that they said. There was the culture of music, and there was, the nachos, etc. Unfortunately, the claim holds true. One user said, imagine if he did it in Chinese while eating rice and playing Mulan on the background. It's kind of messed up, isn't it? In a way. And here's the person saying, hear me out, the problem isn't that he spoke Spanish, it's that he used the stereotypes on his video. That's kind of the point, and I think that's important. They eventually criticized him for deleting the video and saying nothing. But the 19-year-old from Utah later apologized for the video in the comments of a TikTok and on Twitter. And that's good. It is good that he is responding to this and he's apologizing, because we can't just forget that. And he said here, it was the same across both platforms. He said, I'm so sorry about my quote-unquote Spanish-speaking video on TikTok. Looking back on the video now, I absolutely understand why the video was wrong. To anyone who I hurt with the video, I apologize and I promise to be better. And he leaves with a promise to be quote-unquote better, but for many people this still wasn't enough. His apology also raised the question of who the apology was for, with one user mocking how people were saying it's okay and y'all aren't even Hispanic, while another on Twitter said that if you aren't Hispanic, you have no opinion on if it's okay to do that. And let me just take a quick pivot here. I don't agree with that. Everyone has an opinion. And they can't be evaluated for a truthy value. You can't say this is true opinion, this is a false opinion. An opinion is opinionated. It doesn't have a truthy value, it's no fact. My opinion is not that 1 + 1 is 2. My opinion is things related to morals and such. We shouldn't really be putting opinions and saying that, cordoning off how many people can have an opinion. Everyone can have an opinion on everything. In fact, everyone does have an opinion on everything. And everyone has the right to share their opinion on everything. It's kind of ridiculous. It's stereotypical to us Hispanics, this user continues, which is pretty close to racist, so please understand more about stereotyping races or keep your mouth shut when it's not your race. Heart. That's very passive-aggressive, and, I agree. It was wrong. But at the same time, we also need to think that everyone has an opinion, and even if you don't agree with it, it still exists. Meanwhile, on Instagram, users moved to defend Wonka. Several users said that although they were of Hispanic heritage, they didn't find it offensive, whilst another said that they feel like cancel culture just like to cancel people. However, one Instagram user argued that no one was trying to cancel him and people are just trying to hold him accountable. People should learn from the situations they're in, and that's the important thing. We need to be a resilient people. No matter where we are, no matter what we do, we need to be able to learn from mistakes that we make, because that's the best way that you learn. You learn from failure. And everyone's going to make a mistake. Everyone's going to say something that they don't want to say. I've said things that have been odd and been wrong, and I've made mistakes. You just need to be able to learn from these mistakes and turn it into something beneficial for you in the future. So at the end of the day, this was not right, but it can be okay for everyone. And I think that he's given an okay apology. And I understand that it's not a lot or anything, but if he would release a video, it would make things better. But at the same time, he apologized. And it was obvious to me that he didn't understand how far things would go. He's young, he's still learning, and he's still learning from his mistakes. And I say this when I'm, still learning from my mistakes. So everyone's going to learn. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please click like, click subscribe, hit that bell, and get notified. Leave a comment and let me know what you want to see in the future, and apart from that, I'll see you later. Goodbye!